So today we're going to go through tiling for DIY jobs to finish it professionally for where it's you have more details to finish, like when you have hard profiles to finish. So the tools that you're going to need is a contour measure tool, blade, permanent marker, pencil. I'll explain to you this. If you have a 3D printer, you can print a circle, or you will have to get something towards this. I'll show you how to use this. That's to offset a little bit. So, and then also like a more micro measuring tool with something similar to this. I will show you how to use these things, and obviously bigger tape and a tile cutter. So I'm going to show you and also some cardboard to create some templates, and I'm going to show you how you use the contour measuring tools. So we're going to, it's like so you release it and then you push it towards where you want to measure, and then you lock it, and then you basically put the tile, and but you have to also get some reference points, and then you mark it down, right? And I'm going to show you with a different one how to mark the reference points, so you will have an idea for the use for areas like that. And also you will need a tool to measure. In this case, so if you have to measure how much you need to cut in this piece, so if you have to measure, then you can mark it down, okay, how much you need to cut, because on the tape measuring you might not be able to, it's not going to be accurate. In this way you can go up to 1/16th. Instead of tape measure, you can only go up to about maybe 1/8. So 1/16th you can still go, but it's going to be very tight, right? But this will really help. And also you can mark it down, lock it wherever you want, and then bring it down, and then you can mark. Ruler to draw straight lines, like whenever you have to, you're marking down, and if you're marking down in a bigger sheet, right, straight lines, so the ruler is going to help with that. And this tool is used for tracing. Now this like when you start tracing, so you kind of cut it more rough a little bit, because you won't be able to, you can measure it top, measure down, and then get an idea, and then you can put it in, and then you have to, now you might have to go a couple of runs, right, because depends on the circle size, right, and then you push it against your object, whatever it is, and then you draw a line, so that way you get a nice perfect, so now you can see, so I was able to draw the line exactly, measuring to the keeping it towards this side, drawing the line, you're tracing it the same as the object, whatever that you want to trace it. And then once you cut, you might have to run through a couple of times, depends on how crooked it is from the scratch piece that you cut, because I have already gone through a couple of times, so it's already got to the perfect measurement. So you might need a couple of them, depends on your situation, but in this case I have 2 pieces cut. I'll show you how to use the 2 pieces. And now once you get to once you trace, in this case I have already traced, and you will need also the measuring the references. So for the references, now in this case, okay, I'm going to show how I'm going to cut the next piece above here. So in order to cut the next piece above here, I put the laser right to the level of the last piece. So I'm going to put this one and mark wherever that laser is. So I have already marked just 2 dots, and then I took it out, and then I took it out and then I put the ruler, and then I have put a straight line. And now I'm going to show you how we put the tile and we cut. So we're going to use this tool to measure from the wall to here. So we know this is one reference point, and then we know this, and then this is leveled. So you know that tile, the next tile, I'm going to show you on the tile. So we are on the top of that tile. So this is where we did the marking before, and then from this end, so this what we did the measurement. So, and that's where the tile from the wall was going to end. And so this is a cleaner tile, so we're going to getting ready to cut. So we had to first trace this bigger tile. So you want to have a second template also prepared, so that way you line up this, and then you mark it. In this case I already marked and cut, so I'm going to show how to. So you can put a marker, because if you're going to cut, but this one I don't want to cut, so I'm going to do it with the pencil. So you just mark it like that. So we have finished cutting. The piece have to be marked, and so you can see it lines up perfectly. So, and also I took it out, so now you can see. Now we can place it. Sometimes you might want to take it out, separate it maybe, because if it doesn't exactly line, you can keep a little bit of separations in between. Okay. So now we're going to do a dry run to make sure everything is good. So before we put the tile paste. Okay, so everything looks good. We're gonna put the paste. Okay. Okay. So we separated that piece, and we have already glued that, and then we're gonna go for the next piece. This is tedious work we have to do piece by piece. So let's finish the next piece. And next piece had to line up. This had to go. This side have to line up to that laser, because that's that way you following the same line along, going up. On the wall, and we will put the whole sheet. Because of we are putting piece by piece on these tedious places, so you had to put the glue into the pieces, and then you can stick it to the wall. Yeah, so we have finished this part, and also I have moved the laser up. So now there is a little bit of obstruction over here, but I can see it's right on the top here. So this is the piece we just put it in, and then this side it's lining up to this side. So it's a piece by piece finishing. I'll show you what we have finished on the other side. So you can see over this side, and you can see the template on this side, how many times I have marked lines and kept going up. So it is a piece by piece, one piece at a time, so you can see how nicely you can finish following that template. And this is you don't have to put any grout. We are not going to try and finish with filling with grout. And you can see over here all the finishes over here. Now I still have to finish one more piece over here, but you can see on this side all the finishes. So we still haven't put the grout, and then I'll show you once you put the grout how it looks. So this side you can see, okay, all the grouting is all done. We still have to do a little bit more cleaning up, detailing it, but you can see how it's how beautiful it is now once it's all grouted and it's all completed. And you have to also make sure before you put the grout, you had to put this is marble tile. So for marble, travertine, those tile, anything natural stones, you have to make sure that you put the sealer, so that way it doesn't absorb too much of this, especially now we picked a more closer color to this. So if you go a little bit different colors then of grout, then it's going to most tiles, this will absorb those colors, so you want to avoid that. So you want to put the sealant and then leave it for over a day to dry it properly, and then you have to put the grout, and then after you put the grout, let it dry for 2 days, and then you have to put the sealer again. So like I showed you all the tools, so one of the things I haven't mentioned is the laser is a must. So you need to make sure that you have a laser to get all those reference points and make it so you can have it nice and straight finishing. Thank you for watching this video. If you got up to this point, please subscribe and press like if you like this kind of videos, so we can continue contributing more videos. Thank you.